The 2013 MX2 class was dominated by the number 102 of Austin Paul Telly on his leading-edge Kawasaki. He dominated the class and took home the number 1 plate for that dynamic team in Walton. But this is a fresh stage. This is 2014, and the competition in the MX2 class is as deep as ever. This is the Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross National. Welcome to the Wastelands MX Park just outside of Nanaimo as we get ready for round 1 of the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth as we settle in for the 250 class. And of course, always brought to you by Motovan.com. Brian, a fabulous weather day to race motocross as you see the MX2 pilots coming out of staging.
That's right, Mark. These guys are coming out of staging in the order they qualified. Sean Moffenbauer on that Rockstar Yamaha. Fastest lap time coming in. A lot of fast guys right on his tail.
Okay, Fabs, let's focus in on the MX2 class. These are the riders we're going to concentrate on today. Of course, defending champion Austin Paul Telly, Jaron Medallia dropping down into the MX2 class, and Brock Hoyer today also riding in the MX2 class.
Josh Clark, number 12, Devils Lake Yamaha, finished second in the series last year. Topher Ingles out of California switching to that 2-stroke KTM. And Sean Moffenbauer with the pole.
Let's also look at Kevin Benoit, of course, who's been super fast in this class. Jesse Whalen won a couple of races last year. And the 719 of Vince Freeze coming up on that Moto Concepts team. The guy's going to be ultra fast. Okay, riders going out on parade, and they're putting the top 5 from the series last year out onto the track. Great time for the fans to see those top dogs in the MX2 class, and they get a little time to showboat a bit out there, Brian.
Brand new sponsor for 2014 in Rockstar Energy Drink. We're also adding around, going to an even 10. Edmonton is out, Regina is in, and Overton, Quebec back in.
Okay, Fabs, let's have a look at this Wastelands track. Cut into the side of a mountain, very rocky. They brought some dirt in to get the lines going, but it's going to be slippery today.
Yeah, Travs, lots of dirt brought in to cover up that shale. Flat rear tires, traditional problem here in Nanaimo. We've got the Rockstar girls right here getting a little cheeky with it. Moto 1 next.
This is round 1 of the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth as the lovely Rockstar girls bring the 30 board out. And there is Rockstar Lauren. Moto 1 board, fabulous. We are getting ready to rock and roll. Pilots on the line. Woo! This is the time where the nerves start to get going and that adrenaline starts to flow. This first MX2 Moto will be brought to you by RoyalDistributing.com. Nice shot of the number 12 of Josh Clark. Yoshi's on the inside. Had a problem with his motor this morning.
Yeah, that's why he got a terrible gate pick. He's right there on the inside. He's got RTR Dylan Schmoke out of California right beside him on that 61 KTM. Sitting back to get the traction. Concrete starting pack. There goes Josh. Clutches out. First moto of the season. Up into the right-hander, up the inside. Yeah, Benoit, 24 on the KTM.
Royal Distributing whole shot goes to the number 24, Fox Rider. Kevin Benoit with a nice high line. He's in the lead. Nice cluster coming through safe so far. Checking back to second place. That's the 59 of Matt Tay on the 2-stroke. And here comes the 22 of Little Moffenbauer.
What a great heads-up pass by Sean Moffenbauer. Positions himself into second. Our fastest qualifier, so we're expecting great things from him today on that OTSFF Rockstar Yami.
On board with the number 17. That's the Prairie Hill Racing entry of Kyle Swanson. He was back a little bit as they head underneath the tunnel. Our nice cluster right now, Brian. This is a fast racetrack, but you got to get on it.
Yeah, definitely fast. Oh, and our helmet man almost clips the inside barrier. Back to Swanson, up from Austin, Texas, riding that number 17 Honda. Turned a lot of heads last year. Great to have him back up on Canadian soil.
The Tay gets it all wrong. Coming up into that back straightaway, and he gathers up a cluster. That is a real combobulation right there. That's the number 14 of Topher Ingles is in there.
Oh, Ingles, Wes Ronzino on that Gopher Dudes Honda. That's Bastiotti's teammate. He's tipping this way and that. Oh my goodness, what a dreadful way to get this moto started.
And the young Jess Pettis, 139, so a tough start for him. No other one of those fast rookies on the circuit this year in the MX2 class. All right, let's get back to the lead. The number 24 of Kevin Benoit is holding court right now, but the 22 of Little Muff is on the inside in that beautiful Rockstar gear. He looks fantastic out there. Bit of a chess match right now.
I thought he was going to tap the back end of Benoit, but he got his brakes in time. Look at this aggressive maneuvering by the 22. Two Canadian pilots out front early. Into the right-hander they go. Coming into these man-made rollers can really upset your positioning coming into this turn. If you blow one of those rollers, you can blow that turn.
Benoit was one of the leaders in this class last year, Brian. Then he got hurt before the E started, so that's why he has the number 24. Moffenbauer got hurt in this round last year. That's why he has the 22, but he was the last one to win a moto in this class. The kid is electric.
Yeah, he really turned a lot of heads at Walton coming back on the two-stroke Yamaha this year for 2014. Yamaha totally redesigned that motorcycle, and he's showcasing the fourth-stroke here.
These boys are now separating from the pack. I saw the 27 MX101 Yamaha of Wasteland, and here comes Moffenbauer on the inside. Oh my goodness, Bossy!
What a great move, and you could see Moffenbauer set that pass up. He knew it was done before it even happened. He had the line on Benoit, so a bit of a chess match as these two start to pull away on the field.
And that's the same spot that Math went down. Here it is again, Brian, as they come up on the inside. Oh no, there's the Math crash. That little kicker on the inside.
Oh man, maybe a little greasy on the face and just caused all kinds of carnage. And we got some top riders down early, so we're gonna have some boys really soldiering hard to the front. Now here's Moffenbauer, yanks the tear off before he even actually gets by him. He knew it was done. He had the momentum.
Forced him wide a little bit there, Brian. There's that kicker on the way in that Matei hit. Boy, that's a tough part of the track, and years ago, that's where Casey Johnson crashed, broke his collarbone in the first qualifier. Here we are, back to the lead. I love these corners, Brian. They're very arena cross, supercross style. High sides, carry a lot of speed, but they're able to block pass everywhere.
Yeah, definitely, and the soil is really good up the inside, so there's lots of room for them to brake slide in on their opponent and do that kind of inside-outside block pass, and that's kind of the way these 180 bowl turns are set up.
Now, as we saw with our MX2 focuses, that these are two of the riders that we knew were going to be fast. I didn't think this fast, though. Moffenbauer is showing me things that I've never seen before.
This is really awesome for him and his confidence. He's got to get out of this round in one piece and get busy with 10 rounds. We haven't talked much about our third place man, 27, Jesse Wetland, who was up on the KTM.
Benoit on the inside with a little wheel spin from Moffenbauer, and Benoit takes the lead. Talk about a capitalist.
Man, oh man, what a heads-up move by Benoit. Always looking, and split-second reaction and anticipation is the name of the game here. Benoit seizes that opportunity.
Moffenbauer still in check. I think that lead is going to go back and forth as we see Wetland. There he is, the 27 MX101 pilot in third place with about a 5-second gap.
Wetland filled in on the KTM last year for the injured Benoit. Turned a lot of heads up here in Canada. Bam! Got the ride with the 101 boys. Back
to a battle just outside the top 10. That is the number 14 RTR KTM. That's the two-banger, Topher Ingles. Third place last year in this class, followed by the number 17, Kyle Swanson. What an energetic kid Swanson is, too. Great guy in the pits, loves to race motocross, having a ball up here in Canada.
Yeah, these two got a lot of personality. Ingles, he's safe for now, but Ingles nailed that third last year at Walton at the midnight hour, and that likable California kid on the RTR two-stroke making it work.
Ingles with an issue on the inside, very slippery coming around. Looks like Swanson gets the pass done as we get back to a little cluster. This is the 34 rookie, Dylan Wright, MX101 Yamaha, and he's got the 719 of Vince Freeze, a veteran up from the States, running on that Moto Concepts team right in his heel.
Well, you viewers at home probably know Vince Freeze from Supercross. He's been in that U.S. series for a number of years. He's known as a real strong, tough rider, hard to pass, that's for sure. And this past winter, he really improved his results. Here he is making a little move on Wright. You say Wright, a rookie. Last year, he was a Pro-Am, did the half of the series, now full-fledged pro.
You want to talk about experience, Brian? This is an, oh my! I love the corners here at the Wastelands as Freezy uses all of them with a big blocker pushing right up on the side. What a great pass.
Freezy on the Moto Concepts Honda. That's a white bike, but that is a Honda under that white plastic. He was touted as a serious front runner in this series, and he showed well, getting used to the whole scene here, first time in Canada.
Interestingly enough, too, that was the ride that Jerry Medaglia was supposed to have for this series. Brian, a little controversy coming in, but what the heck? Let's get back to the lead. The number 24, Kevin Benoit, starting to open a little bit on second and third, and Whalen has caught up to Moffenbauer. There's Moffenbauer right there. We've got a huge chase, and these boys are on their last lap.
Whelan's got to get busy if he wants to get past Moffenbauer, but hey, first round, first moto, Guin on the podium. Not a bad way to start it.
Well, we always talk about that, Brian. You can lose a series in one round, but you can't win it. So points in the top three are crucial. Look at the line choice for Benoit right now, Brian. He's using that main line, but obviously it's the fast one. He looks great on it.
Absolutely. Very confident rider. Everyone knows he's fast at every single round. He's talked about riding the two-stroke in the East. He's in the four-stroke here. Moffenbauer looks like dealing with lap traffic very well. Wetland, I think, is going to have to settle for third.
Interesting track here, though, Brian. Shorter lap times than what we're normally used to seeing, which is about 2 minutes. But the thing I like about this track is the race surface. It allows for really tight racing.
Absolutely. Tire choice, always a headache. A lot of the guys using those full moose inner tubes, you know, no air, just solid foam because of the flat tire dangers here. A little different feel for the riders with that type of inner tube. Now Benoit coming in for the checkers. What a way to start the 2014 year. Bam! KTM's got to be stoked.
World Distributing and Fox on top of the box. That was Moto1. Interviews coming up.
Welcome back to the Wastelands in Nanaimo. Sean Moffenbauer had to settle for third on the last lap. He stalled it right at the checkers, had to push it over the line, couldn't refire it, so a gift for Jesse Wetland in second, Politelli, and then Freezy, Hoyer, Swanson, Wright, Ingalls, and Legad.
It's interesting when people talk about the first race, it's always like, well, let's see who's done their homework. Let's see who's prepared for this. You came out swinging, and that's the way I'm sure you wanted to start the season.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to make a good statement in the beginning of the season. I worked hard this winter, and the bike just works awesome, and I think we made our homework, and hopefully if I can stay away from injuries this year, I believe I'll be on top at the end, so we'll see.
With a huge pass, corner before the finish to take second place is the MX101 Yamaha of Jesse Whalen. Jesse, a very quiet moto for you until the late stages when you started to press for second place. I love the tenacity of hanging in there and making that move late in the moto.
Yeah, I mean, I got off to a kind of a bad start and had to make some aggressive passes to get into third, and then Moffenbauer and Benoit, they were riding really good and just kind of pulled away from me, but towards the end, I kind of found a groove and kind of reeled him in a little bit, and then Moffenbauer had a little bobble, so you know, I'm pretty happy with the second.
Sounds of Rockstar Energy Drink Moto Fest in Nanaimo, Benoit Milo Tour Freestyle, and We Hunt Buffalo with their track, The Search, out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah.
Welcome back to round one of the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. 250 boys are on the line as we get set for Moto 2. And this moto will be brought to you by Max Convenience Stores, a great place to get your Rockstar beverages. Brian, don't forget to go onto Facebook and like the CMRC MX page. That's where you're going to get all the information about this series, what's coming up, what's happened. Great way to stay connected. Fabs, we saw Sir Paul Kingsley, head referee, straddling those two lovely Rockstar girls, Chanel and Lauren. That means we're getting ready to race. The 30 board is up.
Getting ready to rumble. There's Kingsley checking the watch. 5-second board is up. There's Mattei, who had that big get off in the first moto. He's on the inside. Let's see what he can do this time.
Fabio Seguin is down, coming to that first corner. It's a right-hander. Who's going to get that Royal Distributing hole? Yeah!
Looks like it goes to Northern California's Topher Ingles, the big number 14 on the RTR bike. Gotta like that, gotta like him after his performance last year. He's a solid front runner.
Remember, Ingles is on a two-stroke, Brian. This is a difficult track for the two-stroke because it's very slippery as we look at the number 4. Jared Medalli on that leading-edge Monster Energy Kawasaki with a great start in second place. And I think I saw the number 8 of Brock Hoyer. Remember, Brock Hoyer was in the MX1 class last year, dropped down, working with these young guys.
Well, the number 4, oh, no, there he is, Jeremy, a big slide out, pushing real hard. He had troubles in the first moto. You had mentioned how Vince Freese took his spot on Moto Concepts, midnight hour with the Kawasaki factory team. Boy, oh boy, having a tough start to the 14th season.
So not a lot of time on that Kawasaki, but you know what he's like. He just likes to ride and twist that throttle as we get back to the boys in the back plateau area. The number 1 of Austin Politelli, our defending champion right now in second place, Brian. Hoyer in third, Wendland with another great start, and Benoit, of course, on the inside.
Politelli, another rider to have less than stellar results, coming in 4th in the first one. He was a favorite. Oh, and Benoit comes up way short, lands right in the face of that jump. Wetland sneaks by.
Benoit and Wendland battling right now for third place. Don't forget about the fact that Politelli had that broken leg in Supercross, Brian. Did not have a lot of time on the bike. But I bet you as we see this series move on, he is going to be deadly.
True that, true that. He is still a little behind the 8 ball compared to some of these other riders, but 4th, pretty good. And right now, sitting in 2nd, the world is his oyster. Nice replay of the Royal Distributing whole shot, and it's Ingles in style. Those 252 strokes got a lot of power. It's just how they deliver it a little differently than the 4 strokes.
Back to our lead package up on the Motovan Plateau. Ingles in the lead. Then we've got the number 1 of Austin Politelli, Benoit, Wendland. And it looks like the 719 of Vince Freese is starting to make a nice move up here, Brian. That guy is ultra fast.
Yeah, Freese 5th in the first moto. Moffenbauer all over him as they charge up to the battle in front of them. And look at Moffenbauer inside line on Freese. What a sweet pass. Who would have thunk it here in the Wastelands?
Chaps, that EBC brake corner is one of the largest corners with multiple options for passing. Great lines through there. Moffenbauer's got a great eye for lines, though. He's experienced.
Freese going up in the cushion, as are Benoit and Wetland. And look at Moffenbauer, heads up move. There's good traction on the inside. He just makes his own line and rolls into 5th place.
To our leader, the number 14 RTR 2-stroke of Topher Ingles with Politelli in tow as we get back to the battle for 3rd place. Oh, Benoit rolls it up real high. That's right on that edge of that berm, maintaining traction. Benoit now looking inside through the Yamaha corner. He's got the 27 of Wendland all over him.
You can see braking bumps starting to form, coming in to the corners, track getting a little rougher in the afternoon. Wetland with a good run, tags the back end of Benoit and goes down in that top section towards the back, keeps the motor running, loses a few positions. He's got to get his head down and get back on top of it.
Wetland had some great drive coming out the outside, but it almost looks like he made contact with Benoit's bike there.
I think his front wheel just clipped the back of Benoit enough to upset him. He's really lucky there because he landed on top of the mound. He could have got hurt there, but he looks like he's up quickly, head back down and charging.
Politelli now making a stab for the lead as they go inside on, oh my! Ingles gets it all wrong, and Politelli gets gathered up, falling a little too close. We saw Benoit on the outside is now in the lead.
A gift for Benoit as he just rolls around the outside, takes a peek over and says, I'll take it, boys. Impressed on how quickly these two have gotten back up, Trav. Moffenbauer right there, he sees what he's gained. Maybe he can capitalize on these guys' misfortune.
Little Muff is the danger man in this 3 package, Brian. You're right, he's coming in with a lot of mojo. These two guys are still collecting after that little incident.
And Moffenbauer loves the inside of this EBC turn.
Yes.
And he takes it, man, gets by Topher. It's a move the same corner. He passed Freese. Now can Topher respond? Topher jives in. Topher finding some traction on the outside, but that is not the good race line.
Ingles is a fierce competitor too, Brian. Here they come into that Yamaha corner. Looks like Ingles has got everything going on. Just missed the rut with that front tire and washed it out.
Yeah, he slid out the back end a little high side, luckily low speed, and there goes Benoit. Thank you very much.
Interesting to see these two riders get up and going. Ingles has to get that power down on that two-stroke where Politelli just smoothed that throttle on. As we get back to the battle for 5th place, Jesse Wendland has got back on his bike and is making some moves on the number 4 of Jerry Medaglia. He went down in the second corner of this race, Brian, starting to find some lines. You know how there's a little head shake on the sweeper. That's not good.
That's a real high-speed section of racetrack. Wetlands can sense that he's struggling right now, swapping around a bit. Wetlands cuts on the inside. Jeremy does not like that. He's going to retaliate hard. Want to talk about Jeremy coming back from his early moto crash. He's passed a lot of riders. He has expended a lot of energy, and right now, with the moto in its waning stages, this is an awesome battle.
And remember, Jerry Medaglia won the Arena Cross Championship in Canada aboard a Cycle North Honda, so he's been on a few different brands in the last little while. It's going to take him a little while to get comfortable on that Cowie, and here comes Moffenbauer. He has been so tenacious today with the cutback. Does he have Politelli check off? Yes, he does.
Wow, I saw Politelli look over. Never really a good sign. Politelli looks, and Moffenbauer goes by, but it ain't over. Politelli is lurking on both sides, looking for an opening to maybe stick it in on Little Muff.
Grabs to the battle for 7th place, the two-stroke Yamaha, number 49, the Legata Privateer. He's actually out here all by himself in 7th. And then number 12 of Josh Clark on that Devil's Lake Yamaha, not having the weekend that he wants. To our leader, oh my. Pretty as a pitcher, the number 24 of Kevin Benoit is decimating this track right now, getting his last lap flag.
As he blows by the Rockstar can and the mechanics area for the last time. Battle for 4th is getting hot with Ingles and Wetland. Ingles finding the smooth way up the inside. Big lockup on the back end. Keeps the clutch in, no stall. And there's Wetlands up the inside. Up shifting really fast. There's a lot of kickers in there, a lot of loose rocks. Roost here, ultra punishing. Wetland is right in the thick of it.
Back to our leader, number 24, Kevin Benoit. Went for the triple on his last lap, Brian. That kid has got the stones, my friend. Holy mackerel.
You think being the last lap, a guy might take it a bit easy. He's got a little bit of a cushion on second, but not Benoit. Just skies it out, a la ski jump style, with that front end high, and things are getting hectic here. Travs on the last lap.
Ingles carrying a lot of speed high in that EBC corner, and Wetland went for that Moffenbauer line on the inside. Wow, battle for 4th, intense last lap. This is the kind of racing we like to see out on the track. To our leader, the number 24, Royal Distributing Machine of Kevin Benoit, right now in the lead. Brian, with this win, he'll take the clean sweep today, 50 points, and a commanding lead in this series.
A huge win for Benoit because this is an ultra-fast MX2 field here this year. Nice little double fist pump for Benoit. His mechanic, Jay Rome, building the motors. They are pumped. And those two, they've got quite the Romanianship going on, I tell ya. To the Yamaha leaderboard, Dylan Wright, 7th. Uber Privateer, Sylvain Legade from France, living in Montreal, Petrushka and Robinson.
Second in Moto 2, second overall for the day for the number 22, Sean Moffenbauer on that Rockstar Yamaha. Sean, another strong race. You're really showing yourself as a contender, not only with speed, but also with the way that you're handling the track.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that first moto, we got the race jitters out, and we made a couple changes going into the second moto, and it definitely paid off, you know. The track was real technical today, got choppy, slippery, so you had to be smooth out there, and choose your lines carefully, and that's what we did, and we were able to come out with a second.
The number 1 of Awesome, Politelli, finishes 3rd overall today in the MX2 class here at the Wastelands. A very smart finish for a rider that hasn't had a lot of time on the bike since the broken leg this winter, Austin.
Yeah, today was good. I struggled a little bit in the first moto, but my goal was to get top 3 this weekend and just leave here with some good points and get through here safe. And yeah, I'm actually pumped on the day. Was exactly what I wanted.
I'm sure we'll see bigger and better things from Politelli as this series progresses, but what a great day here in Nanaimo. Top 10 on the day. I'm really impressed with Petrushka and Dylan Schmoke rounding out the top 10. What a wonderful day it's been. I want to thank you all for joining us, Ryan Gold and Mark Travers and myself, Ryan Coster. We'll see you next week in Kamloops.
Nice job, Fabulous. You have been watching the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals, brought to you by Motovan.com, Canada's source for power sports parts and accessories. Special thanks to the Nanaimo Motocross Club and Rockstar's Ross Johnson. Hey, race fans, don't forget to like the CMRC MX page on Facebook and keep up to date with all the action on mxnationals.ca. We'll see you in the loop.